How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. Actually, I'm really interested in the Suiciety story because you guys were together from 1991 until 1996.
That is true. We got together, I think I was 18, so it was 1990, but then we were under a different name, and then sort of Suiciety was sort of born from that. And it was around 91, and we took off from there. And we had 6 years of crazy, and we did some amazing shows and recorded a bunch of stuff, and kind of now it's now. In 1997, we thought we'd have a break, and it ended up being a bit longer than we had anticipated. But we had a good run while it lasted. We toured with some amazing national and international bands like Tumbleweed, Mark of Cain, and Screaming Jets, and internationals like the Tea Party and Sepultura, and we did all these sort of shows.
Fear Factory,
yes. We did an all-age show with Fear Factory, and that was amazing. Burton was one of the nicest guys I've ever met, actually.
Right.
He's really sweet. Just the people that we met, like all the bands we toured with, were just awesome. Like really, just nice guys, really down to earth, and just had a ball doing it. But it became a lot.
Too much, too young.
Too much, too soon. Chrissy Amplet, too much too young, and it was we just sort of needed a break, and Ray went overseas, and we all got married and went travelled and did different things, and now we're back. And we've got the new EP, and we're really excited,
So you weren't out doing other bands at the time? You were just living normal lives?
Ray had another band. He went overseas to Spain with another band and called Cerdo, and then he had another band in Spain called the Cannibal Queen. And I was in another band with Matt from High Tension for a little while. And I think Carson and Stefan were in another band with Mark Bacchitis, who directed our videos. They did a kind of a project for a little while. So we did bibs and bobs here and there, but nothing that sort of was like Suicide. I think that was like family.
Yeah, well, I was just going to say, actually, you haven't got Stefan in the new lineup.
No, he's actually in another band called Boxthorn. They're doing a couple of our launch shows, actually, but he lives in Phillip Island, so, I mean, not that that's too far away, but it's a fair way from Melbourne, and he's got a family now, and he's in a new band, so time-wise, it was sort of a bit hard for him. He was really keen. He was kind of spewing that he couldn't be involved this time around. And Cameron, our drummer, our original drummer, he was a bit the same. He's got a family and he runs a business and stuff. So, time-wise, they couldn't commit as much as they would have liked to. And we still talk to them. They're still like our brothers. But we got Daz and Nick in, and they've just fitted in like part of the family. We knew those guys for years anyway, and they were just like our friends. We didn't audition or anything for anybody. It was just basically, hey, you want to be in our band? And they're like, yeah, cool. That's how that happened. So, it just kind of fitted neatly like that.
Yeah. Well, then 2015, which is 19 years later, you get back together. Mm-hmm. What was it like actually getting down and writing the new EP and that, and getting back into that side of it?
Well, the EP was actually recorded back in the day, back in 96.
All right.
So with the original lineup. But we have remastered it. But in regard to, we are writing new stuff now with the new lineup. It was just like the next day, to be honest with you. Because we were so like family, it was just like brothers that you haven't seen for a while. And when we got together, we had a few pizza and beer nights, and it just sort of went from there, and it was just like, it was literally like the next day.
Have you actually done shows?
Yes, we played our first show at Brutality Festival at the Tote in Melbourne.
Right.
Which is a Desert Highways promotion. That's our record label. And he is also our manager, Anthony, and he puts on a festival. That's the Tote in Melbourne, and the Hard-Ons headlined, and Heaven the Axe played, and the Captives, and Boxthorn played actually as well, and just a whole bunch of amazing bands played. Yeah, Zombie Motors Wrecking Yard, and like a whole bunch of bands that are awesome. And we got asked to play, and we went, holy shit, we better learn some songs. And and then we wanted to put the EP out, and it just all sort of came together like that. But it's kind of started with Brutality, and we were a bit rusty at the start, but then it sort of came together, and it turned out really well. It was packed at the Tote, and old fans were there singing the songs like word for word. It was really amazing. I was actually really blown away. It was awesome. So we had a bit of interest in the band, and it was weird, to be honest. I just thought, we'll play a few shows and, see how it goes. And then all of a sudden it became this thing, and the EP's coming out, and it's all been everyone's been really supportive, and it's just been great.
I was going to actually ask, because you said, getting back and writing together was like it was yesterday, but I mean, it is 19 years later. Getting off stage, did it feel like it was yesterday, or did you feel like you'd gotten older?
Well, I'm a kickboxing instructor, so I'm hopefully pretty fit. That's my day job kind of thing. So hopefully pretty fit. But yeah, you do. You pull up a bit sore. Definitely a bit sore. And in the beginning, I was a bit rusty, and it took a while to clear the pipes out, so to speak. But yeah, just through rehearsal, we got it together. But yeah, definitely you don't pull up like you did when you were 20.
No.
No.
But you're a lot smarter now.
That's it. We do it smarter, not harder these days.
Well, your first show back being Brutality Fest I think that's a good sign for your new future.
Oh, thank you, Kat. I hope so. We had a few heads in there, and it was really good. And yeah, we've got the gig coming up at the Evelyn on the 30th, which is the first of the CD launch shows. Yeah, so hopefully we'll get a few people down to that, and then we're going up to Bendigo on the 6th of November for a launch show.
Mm-hmm.
We're bringing along Mammoth with us, who are just maniacs, and that's at the Mega Man Music Store. And then we're up to Ballarat at the Eastern, also with Mammoth and Tequila Mockingbird and SWAT, 13th of November, Friday night. Ballarat should rock. I remember playing at the Bridge Mall Inn in Ballarat, and I was sad when it closed down. I remember hearing about that. And I used to remember playing gigs up there, and it was just amazing. There was just sweat coming off the walls, and it was always packed. And so hopefully we can get a few heads in up at Ballarat, and then we're down to Geelong at the Barwon Club, and down to San Remo on the 4th of December. So there's a few shows on the tour, and we're really looking forward to these country shows. It should be amazing.
Yeah, and like the Eastern it's a good venue. It's only really been up and running as such this year, and it's doing really well.
Oh, that's good. I'm stoked to hear that.
Yeah. What I want to ask you about is the name. I mean, Suiciety, obviously, it's, suicide and society mixed together. And when you look at society and the way it's going, it is kind of suicidal, the way that we're actually going. We're self-destructing in a lot of ways, but that was a name you came up with back in the early 90s, obviously.
Yeah, back in 90, 91. We just popped out. One of the guys just said it one day, just popped out of his mouth, and I suppose that's a lot of in the theme of a lot of our songs is, just about society and what we see, in the world, and just people's greed and apathy, is not great. And so it kind of went with the theme of our music. A lot of people, I suppose, thought it was a bit a metal-y name. So we started playing with a lot of metal bands, and that was kind of strange because we were sort of too punk or too alternative for metal, and too metal for punk, and too rock for both. So it was kind of weird, but the name kind of stuck, and people seemed to like it. And as I say, it just went with the theme of our music. So, and that just stuck. We've just had it ever since.
And in all fairness, I mean, the name does kind of sound metal, I guess, but most punk music is actually more protest music than most metal music is.
Oh, I would say so. Yeah, and you listen to guys like Rage Against the Machine and stuff like that, and we're big fans of them too, so we definitely have that sort of influence, just about society and, like I say, what we see, and, the things that are wrong with the world. And I think with our new songs, though, they're probably just having, 20 more years under the belt and, becoming a father and husband and all that sort of stuff. I think the songwriting now, we're probably a little more, I suppose, positive about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like what we see in the world, that sucks, but what can you do to improve it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And what can you do starting with yourself, starting in your own backyard?
Yeah. You want a future for your children.
Exactly right.
Yeah. Well, so you've got the Crawling Machine edition is your latest EP, but it's also your EP from 96. So some people have got an old, I guess they wouldn't have a...
Never came out. We never released it. It was actually gathering dust. And when we got back together and played Brutality and met Anthony from Desert Highways, we decided to give it a, suck it and see kind of thing and put it out and see how it went. And, yeah, things have kind of grown from there. We did remaster it, so it sounds really good. And we think the songs still stand up like back then. I think they're even more relevant, like we were talking about before. I think they're even more relevant now than they probably were then.
They were recorded back then, but no one's heard them before other than maybe at live shows.
Maybe at live shows back in the day, yeah, but we never released it, no.
And as you did mention, you're touring for the EP at the moment and you are going to be in Ballarat on Friday the 13th of November.
That is correct, with Mammoth, Tequila Mockingbird and SWAT.
Yep.
So that should be amazing.
Yeah, it should be a good night. And people can actually find out more about you if they want to come and see you in Ballarat or if they want to come and see you in Melbourne or Geelong or Bendigo or San Remo. They can go to facebook.com/Suiciety Oz.
That is correct.
Yes. And, yeah, your tour starts, tonight. You're actually playing at the Evelyn. Thanks for taking time out to have a chat to me.
No worries at all.
So, yeah, you're playing at the Evelyn tonight, the 30th of October. Next Friday, the 6th of November, you'll be in Bendigo at the Music Man Megastore. The 13th of November at the Eastern, and that's going to be a party and a half because not only are you guys coming and bringing Mammoth and Tequila Mockingbird to town, and, of course, SWAT is one of Ballarat's favourite bands, but it's Friday the 13th.
That is true.
And the 28th of November, you're at the Barwon Club in Geelong, and the 4th of December at the San Remo Hotel in San Remo, and Crawling Machine Edition is the current EP. And people should definitely check that out, and I'm interested to hear a new recording, actually, to see the difference of maybe where your thought patterns are and that in your writing.
Oh, yeah, we'll have one out next year, hopefully, and, you'll be able to get onto it. Please keep a lookout. Hit us up on the social media, Instagram and Twitter. We're on there too, Suiciety Oz. Yeah, jump on it, jump on the Facebook, check out your internets, and we'll be around for sure.
Yeah, thank you, and I look forward to seeing you in Ballarat on the 13th of November, and good luck with the rest of the tour and the EP.
It's been awesome talking to you, Kat. Thank you so much. You're a champion.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Have a good night.
You too, Kat. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.